So, you want a feel-good story? How about the use of virtual reality gaming to help people with Parkinson's disease? I love this story and I hope you do too. Let's dive in. Hey guys, Khalid here. Welcome back to Clinical Physio. So first of all, Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder, the second most common of its kind after Alzheimer's. It affects the neurons in our brain that produce dopamine, that really important neurotransmitter, and it can lead to symptoms like having a tremor at rest, slowness of movement or bradykinesia, and rigidity of movement. You may commonly see patients with Parkinson's having issues with their gait or their walking, perhaps where they have a slow gait, where they have shuffling steps, or perhaps where they have freezing. This is where patients may be walking and then they suddenly stop. This may happen in front of places like a doorway, where they feel like they can't walk through the doorway. Now, Parkinson's is often managed with specific medication, but in some of the advanced Parkinson's conditions, we find that the brain becomes resistant to that medication. It doesn't work so well. This is why non-drug treatments like physiotherapy and exercise is so important for these patients. But sometimes we find that these patients have challenges with understanding or being unable to fully focus on that task due to distractions, meaning they're either unable to fully engage in the activity or that they can't get the most out of it. So we need more effective physiotherapy interventions for patients with Parkinson's, and oh my goodness, there is an amazing option that's gaining more and more traction. Who would have thought? It's virtual reality gaming. Virtual reality is an amazing way of producing both movement-based and cognitive rehab, and it's already having an impact on healthcare. The term exergames is sometimes used to describe virtual reality games that require physical activity in order to play them, and of course they provide simulations in real time of a particular environment, scenario, or an activity which a patient has to interact with, thus connecting cognitive brain function with movement and exercise. So here we dive into this fantastic systematic review from Shuang et al. 2022, so very recent, and they included 23 randomized controlled trials involving nearly 1,000 patients with Parkinson's disease who either were involved in exergames or virtual technology assisted rehabilitation versus standard exercise and physiotherapy sometimes used for these patients. And amazingly, they found that the patients who used the virtual reality based rehab to have significantly better outcomes in their balance and their walking, their gait, compared to those who were involved in usual treatments. So why do we think that virtual reality rehab works for these patients? Well, first of all, they have to focus on a very specific task or skill, and they get real-time feedback on their performance through the game, both of which engage cognitive function. But also, of course, it allows for them to practice these skills in a motivating and engaging environment without any distractions. This is going to improve focus, adherence, compliance, and means they get the most out of the therapy. So what do you guys think? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. But for me, whilst we need more research into this, it could be a really promising tool for patients with Parkinson's disease. Who would have known? Virtual reality gaming could be a real game changer. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please support us by smashing that like button and subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Clinical Physio and check out our website, clinicalphysio.com. My name's Khalid. Thank you so much for watching. See you really soon here on Clinical Physio.